Dear students, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to a new lesson for grade 7. Our lesson today will be in geometry and the lesson title is Congruent Triangles. Let's start with our learning outcomes for this lesson. By the end of the lesson, you should be able to understand the cases of congruency of two triangles, apply the cases of congruency of two triangles on different examples. When we talk about the cases of congruent triangles, we have 4 different cases. Let's start by talking about case 1. Two triangles are said to be congruent if two sides and the included angle between them of one triangle are congruent with the corresponding parts of the other triangle. This case, we refer to it by SAS or side angle side. And as you see, the angle is included between the two sides. If you see here in the drawing, these are two triangles and we have this side is equal in length with this side and the other side is equal in length with the other side in the other triangle. And the included angle is equal in measure. So we have two sides and an included angle, and in the other triangle we have the same parts, two sides and an included angle. So if you find in any example or in any exercise these parts are equal, we can say that the two triangles are congruent related to case 1 or the SAS. Case number 2. Two triangles are said to be congruent if two angles and the side drawn between them are congruent with the corresponding parts of the other triangle. Here we have two angles and the side between them. So this case we refer to it by ASA. If you observe the drawing, you can see with me that these two angles in the first triangle are equal in measure with those two angles in the other triangle, and the side drawn between the angles is equal in length with the other side in the other triangle. So if we have this case, we can say that the two triangles are congruent according to ASA case. The third case of the congruency between two triangles. Two triangles are said to be congruent if the three sides of the first triangle are congruent with the corresponding parts of the second triangle. Here we have three sides, so we refer to it by SSS or SSS. According to the drawing, we see here that the three sides of the first triangle are equal in length to the three sides of the other triangle, so we say that the two triangles are also congruent due to the case SSS or SSS. The fourth and the final case of the congruency between two triangles is related to the right-angled triangle only. Here we say that two right-angled triangles are said to be congruent if the hypotenuse and a side of the first triangle are congruent with the corresponding parts of the second triangle. As we said that this case is related to the right-angled triangles only. So the first condition that we need is to have a right angle. Here is a right angle in the first triangle and also a right angle in the second triangle. And the second condition is the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is the longest side and is the side opposite to the right angle accordingly. Here we have that the hypotenuse of the first triangle is equal in length to the hypotenuse of the second triangle. So we need a right angle and a hypotenuse and any other side. Any other side of the two sides of the right angle should be mentioned in the example that they are equal in length. When we have these three conditions, we can say that the two triangles are congruent due to the case of RHS or right angle, hypotenuse and side. Now let's practice these cases on these examples. In each of the following figures, show if the two triangles are congruent or not. If they are congruent, name the case of congruence. So we need to see first that the two triangles are congruent due to one of the four cases that we mentioned before. And if it is congruent, we should mention the case of congruence. Firstly, as we know in congruency, that we should order the letters accordingly of the two figures or the two polygons, and here we should order the letters of the two triangles accordingly. For example, if we start with the first triangle and we start with A, B, C, then the second triangle should be written in the same order. A here, D, B here is E, and C here is F. So the second triangle should be written in the same order, D, E, F. Again, if we write the first triangle as A, B, C, then the second triangle should be written in the same order, D, E, F. So if we wrote the first triangle as B, A, C, then the second triangle should be written E, D, F. The same order. Please remember this point because this is a very important point in congruency, the order of the letters. Any polygon should be written accordingly to the order of the previous polygon if they are congruent, as you see here in this example. Is triangle ABC and triangle DEF congruent? Let's see what are the given information in this example. Here we have AB is equal to DE in length, and AC is equal to DF in length, and measure of angle A is equal to measure of angle D. One of you is asking now, Mr., how did you know that these are the given information for this example? You see here that this side has a single slash, and also in the other triangle there's a single slash. That means in geometry that they are equal in length, and here is a double slash and the other side is also carrying a double slash. That means that they are equal in length, and here is a strike or a star and the other angle having the same strike or the same star. That means that these two angles are equal in measure. So let's think about it. Are these two triangles congruent or not? Let's recall our four cases of congruency. Is there a case that is talking about two sides and an angle included in two triangles that the two triangles are congruent? Exactly. Yes. This is the first case, or SAS. So I can say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF, and the case is SAS, or side angle side. And by the way, this is the sign of congruency. It's similar to the equal sign, and we have another third dash. Okay, let's move to another example. Same as the first one. We do have here two triangles, and we have here, yes, very good. We do have side AB is equal in length to side AC, and also BD is equal in length to side DC. Perfect. Yes, when I say BD, I should say CD, not DC, because we said that the order of letters is very important in congruency. I skipped one step. Very good. Yes, I can hear you. Yes, this is the step that I skipped, that I should write the two triangles in order. So I started with the first triangle as ABD. ABD. Then the second triangle should be ACD. These are the two triangles in the same order. Then let's continue our case now. We have this side is equal to this side, and that side is equal to that side. Wait a minute, he didn't mention any other given information in this example. We have only two sides here and two sides there in the two triangles. We don't have any angles and we don't have any other sides. What should we do? wait a second, and please don't forget this very, very, very important issue. We do have AD side is called a common side between the two triangles. Then AD is equal here and there. AD is a common side between the two triangles. It should be counted as two equal sides. So this is the case of, very good, side, 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 or triple S. And then we write triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACD, and the case is SSS, or side, side, side. Moving on to another example. We do have these two triangles. Now, one of you should mention or should write down the order of the letters of the two triangles in the same order, just to focus on congruency, and then we will check them together. This is the right order of the two triangles. If you start with ABE, then the second triangle should be written as A is C, so C, B is D, so CD, and E is a common point between the two triangles. Then the other triangle CDE. Very good. Now let's focus on the given information and see if the two triangles are congruent or not. Here we have measure of angle A is equal to measure of angle D, and measure of angle AEB, this angle is equal to angle CED. Again, measure of angle AEB, this angle is equal to measure of angle CED. And there is no other information given in this example. There are no sides, no angles. And if you recall the four cases of any congruency between two triangles, we should have at least one side mentioned. To prove congruency between two triangles, we should have at least one side given. We don't have any side given in this example, so the information given in this example is insufficient to prove congruency. So I should say that triangle ABE is not congruent to triangle CDE in sufficient data or insufficient information. Insufficient information, it means معلومات غير كافية, that the given information in this example is insufficient to prove congruency. At the end, let's summarize our lesson objectives. Today, we understand the cases of congruency of two triangles. These are four cases: SAS, ASA, triple S, and the fourth case is related to the right-angled triangle, RHS. And also today we apply the cases of congruency of two triangles on different examples. At the end of the video, I thank you all for watching the lesson and participating in it, and wish to see you all safe and sound in other videos. Thank you, and Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.